Have you ever been in a relationship where on the surface everything seemed perfect, but deep down something just didn't feel right? You're spending time together laughing, dreaming about the future, convincing yourself that she might be the one, but then small things start to feel off. Subtle shifts in energy, little moments that don't sit right. You notice cracks in the foundation, but instead of facing them, you brush them aside. You tell yourself you're being too sensitive. You overthink things. You believe that if you just stay calm, everything will be okay. But that quiet discomfort, it doesn't go away, it grows. Here's the raw truth. Most people don't want to admit if your woman is doing any of the five things I'm about to share. This isn't about overreacting. It's about protecting your mind, your emotional peace, and your dignity. These aren't harmless quirks or communication issues. These are behaviors that will chip away at your identity slowly and silently. You won't even notice it at first, but little by little, you'll start to fade. And eventually, you'll wake up one day feeling like a version of yourself you barely recognize. You'll feel your confidence slipping. You'll question your thoughts, your decisions, your worth. You'll walk on eggshells trying not to trigger the next argument, trying to keep the peace, trying to make her happy, while completely forgetting about your own happiness. You'll go from thriving to merely surviving in the relationship. But here's what I need you to hear loud and clear. You were not put on this earth to shrink for someone else's comfort. You deserve a partner who brings out the fire in you, not someone who quietly puts it out. If even a single part of what I'm saying hits close to home, then it's time to stop avoiding the truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat things or give you feel-good advice. I'm here because your time matters. Your emotional energy matters. Your future matters. And if any part of you is starting to realize that this relationship doesn't feel like love anymore, then you need to ask yourself the question most people avoid. Do I actually want to stay in this? And if your honest answer is no, then it's time to start walking before you lose more of yourself. Let me be clear, once you recognize these red flags, you won't be able to unsee them. And ignoring them won't make them disappear. It'll only cost you more in the long run. So here's the first one. She gaslights you into doubting your reality. It doesn't matter how long you've been together or how intense the love feels. If every time something goes wrong, you end up being the one who feels confused, unstable, or crazy, then you're not in a relationship, you're in a mental battlefield. You tell her, "I don't like when you do that," and she stares you down with calm, innocent eyes and says, "What are you even talking about?" That never happened. And just like that, she flips the script. You start wondering if you misremembered. You question your own emotions. You blame yourself for bringing it up at all. That isn't love. That's control disguised as care. And if she's doing it to you, it's already done more damage than you think. And here's the thing, love should never leave you questioning your own mind. Because when someone consistently twists your reality, that's not miscommunication. That's calculated manipulation. It's a slow, steady breakdown of who you are, piece by painful piece. No healthy relationship can survive under that weight. Not when you're constantly second-guessing yourself, wondering if you're being too sensitive, too dramatic, or just too much. A woman who truly loves you would never chip away at your confidence like that. She would build you up, not hollow you out. So if this is happening to you, it's not something to debate or negotiate. It's time to leave. Your self-worth is not optional. It's sacred. Protect it. Now here's the second red flag. She doesn't respect your boundaries. And let me be clear, boundaries aren't just some nice idea. They are the foundation of mutual respect. They're what keep you sane, whole, and centered in a relationship. If she ignores them, dismisses them, or mocks them, then she's not respecting you. And that's the bottom line. You say, "I need some space today," and she throws a tantrum like you've just betrayed her. You express, "I'm not okay with you messaging that guy," and she rolls her eyes like you're the one being ridiculous. You try to set a clear line, and she crosses it, intentionally smiling as if to dare you to call her out. That's not love. That's disregard dressed up as independence. A woman who keeps stepping over your boundaries isn't being bold, she's stealing from you. Stealing your time, your energy, your peace of mind. And if you let it continue piece by piece, she'll take parts of you that you may never fully recover. This kind of person, she's not a teammate. She's not a life partner. She's a liability. And here's the third red flag. She always plays the victim. Listen, everyone goes through tough moments. Life is messy. But if somehow every issue in the relationship always turns out to be your fault, something's seriously wrong. It's like she walks around in a permanent emotional shield, one built not from vulnerability, but from avoidance. She lies and it's because you made her feel insecure. She lashes out and it's because you didn't say things the right way. She cheats and it's because you didn't show enough love. Sound familiar? It's exhausting, isn't it? Being made to feel like the villain in every argument, even when all you did was speak your truth. She never owns her mistakes, never pauses to reflect, because in her version of reality, she's always the one being hurt. And no matter how many times you try to explain to fix to compromise, it's always twisted back on you. That's not partnership. That's a mental chess game where you're set up to lose before you even make a move. And you don't need to stay in that cycle. You deserve someone mature enough to take responsibility for their actions, not someone who uses emotional manipulation to avoid every ounce of accountability. And now the fourth sign, she doesn't value your time. And if that wasn't enough, here's another sign that cuts deeper than you think: she doesn't respect your time. Let's be honest, time is the one currency you can never earn back. You can rebuild money, recover energy, even heal from heartbreak, but lost time, it's gone forever. And yet some women treat your time like it's disposable, like your life is just a placeholder in their calendar. She makes plans with you, then cancels last minute with a vague excuse. She never checks in about your schedule, your commitments, your needs. You wait on her again and again because she expects you to revolve around her world. And when you finally bring it up, she brushes it off with a condescending, "You're being dramatic, it's not that serious." But it is serious, because someone who truly values you doesn't waste your time, they treasure it. Respecting time is one of the most basic ways a person shows they care. And if you find yourself constantly waiting around for her to make a decision, always putting her needs first, while yours sit on the shelf, then you're not a priority. You're a backup plan. And that's not just disrespectful, it's dangerous. Because if she's willing to waste your time now, what makes you think she won't waste your future? And here comes the final red flag: she stops trying. Remember the beginning. The sparks, the little surprises, the way she made an effort to look good for you, to make you feel wanted. It felt like you mattered, like you were seen. But then something shifts. Slowly the effort fades. She no longer listens when you open up. She doesn't ask how your day went. She stops caring about how she presents herself. She no longer shows up in the relationship, at least not with her heart. Now she assumes that because you're still around, she doesn't have to try anymore. But that's not how real relationships work. Love at its core is a verb. It requires continuous action. If someone stops putting in the effort, that's not comfort, it's disinterest. It's a silent message that says, "I've already got you, so I don't have to work for you." And that message, it should hit you like a wake-up call. Because if she no longer tries to show she cares, why are you still trying to stay? So here's the bottom line. If she's doing any of these things, manipulating your mind, crossing your boundaries, playing the victim, disrespecting your time, or flat out giving up, it's time to go. You don't owe her a long talk. You don't need to wait for closure that may never come. You just need to walk, quietly, decisively, and without turning back. Because the more you stay, the more pieces of yourself you'll keep losing, until one day there's nothing left but emptiness and regret. Take your power back. Reclaim your voice, your value, your light. You don't need anyone else to validate your worth. If she can't see what you bring to the table, that's her loss, not yours. And if she's been dimming your light to make her shine brighter, it's time to switch off your glow and leave her in the dark. You already know what you need to do. Now go do it. And before you leave, hit that subscribe button, because this channel is here to remind you not to waste another second on the wrong people. You deserve better. You deserve you. Real love doesn't shrink you, it makes you stronger. If you believe that too, hit the like button to spread the message. And if you're ready to walk away from the wrong relationship, you're not alone. Subscribe now so you never have to walk that road by yourself.